What is good, y'all? What is good, YouTube? It's your boy OmegaPro, and we are back with another episode of the Cultcast. The Cultcast is my podcast where I talk about random shit. Sometimes I have a guest, sometimes I don't. But because Pokemon Scarlet and Violet just came out, I had to get the one, the only sacred on an episode of the Cultcast to talk everything Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. My boy, go ahead and say something to the people.
What's good? What's good? What's live? How y'all doing? I'm actually very excited to do this. Not gonna hold you.
Did you say sad or excited?
I'm excited.
I
May
thought
as well be both.
I thought you said sad. I was like, bro, what the fuck? Am I that terrible? Shit.
What's wrong with you?
I don't know, bro. What you said, I was like, damn, okay, damn. It's
I
like
would never do that. I would never do that to you, bro.
I bet. So the first things first, rest in peace, Uncle Phil. Now, you have a take about Pokemon Scarlet and Violet that I have to press you on because I just don't agree.
What's the problem?
I just personally cannot agree with it. Now,
what happened to you?
Hello?
Yeah.
Oh, my fault. Okay. So what I asked you is you said Arceus is better than Scarlet and Violet. Explain that shit to me.
I just think that I think when it comes to the solo player experience, I think that you being able to move around that you can in Legends Arceus is way better. I think the turn-based action shit could have just been an in-battle thing. Mm-hmm. But in regards to just what you were able to do as a player, your character could do a lot more shit than your stiff-ass character in this. You're on the bike more than you are doing anything else.
Okay.
Your bike does what your character can do in Legends Arceus.
Okay. And that to you takes over, because the thing is, what I wanted for when I got Arceus, I was like, okay, this is fire. This is the best 3D Pokemon game probably ever, low key. I was like, this shit. If we're not including the GameCube games, obviously, but mainline 3D Pokemon games, this shit is the one. But I really did miss the classic Pokemon Formuoli. And I feel like this game blends in the classic Pokemon Formuoli with Legends Arceus. And to me, this shit is making this is one of my favorite Pokemon games I played in a minute. I'm loving this shit.
So I said that off the gate, this game shits on Sword and Shield and its DLC.
Easy.
I don't it's kind of crazy how people pay $60 and an extra $30 for the DLC just for this game to come out and completely shit on this game with the DLC included. I think that in terms of the regular Pokemon formula, I think that this is probably the best Pokemon game. But I think Legends Arceus was just so different and polarized, and it was kind of just holy shit, this is a different bag that we've never seen them in at all.
Yeah.
And I think that because of that, mm-hmm. I think that the game plan and shit that they tried to introduce in Legends Arceus, on the service of just going right back to basic regular ass Pokemon and not the connectivity shit, because I feel like this game shines a lot more in that regard, where it's hey, you're able to do so much online.
See, I ain't even touched the online shit yet.
Online is crazy.
I ain't even touched that yet.
Online is probably the only reason why I would ever let somebody be yeah, this game is just better overall. Because online, this game is amazing.
It's like that?
This game is crazy, bro. I would never lie to you.
Okay, for real. One thing that going back to Legends Arceus real quick, one thing that I really hated about Legends Arceus, and this is the only reason why I never beat Legends Arceus was because of this bullshit. I hated having to catch the 25, catching 25,000 of the same Pokemon to advance. Yeah. That was a big L, man. That brings it down a lot.
I was actually talking to somebody about that, and my thing was, I don't mind doing that. My issue was how rare some of the mons were to get. If you were to catch if anybody remembers the fossil Pokemon, I forgot their names, Shieldon and whatever, the ones from 4th gen, you had to get them rare as fuck in one of the little wormholes in the last area or some shit.
Yeah.
And there would be times where you would sit there for hours and hours and hours, and you would just be bro, what the fuck is happening? Meanwhile, you have to catch 10 of them things to complete the whole thing. I'm like, bro, please.
Yeah.
How do you expect me to find a rare ass Pokemon in a rare ass weather event in a spot that you know is not gonna come up in?
I will say though, I forgot all about that. That little wormhole shit in Legends Arceus, that shit was fire. Like that was a really cool. I wish they would have kind of had that in this game. That would have been a good ass addition. That'd
have been so different. Because I think this game has a lot of Pokemon. This game has a lot of Mons available to you anyway. Like this is big as shit.
Yeah. So we'll talk about like the technical aspects of stuff soon, because I know that's going to be a big thing for a lot of people. But I've had a lot of people coming through my Twitch streams, and I'm sure you've dealt with a lot of comments, on Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, all that stuff. And people want to know like, oh, is this game worth it? Is this game blah blah blah, whatever. And it's like, and it's hard because like as a game, like as a video game, as a product, like this shit fucking sucks. Like it's not a good product. It's not.
Right.
But it's just like some of the most fun I had with Pokemon in a minute, bruh. Like this shit just like, I really like the aspect. Like one of my favorite things is like being able to like go out and like do whatever you want. Like that's always what I wanted in a Pokemon game, is to not be so structured and linear. Like I just feel like I can go do anything. And I realized like I was like, I was in my level 40s or whatever the fuck. And I think I actually caught a shiny Ghastly, and I traded it with one of
nice.
Yeah, I traded with one of my viewers to get the Gengar, and then all of a sudden this nigga not listening to me. And I was like, hey yo, bitch ass nigga, what the fuck you think you're doing? Like I own you, like on some no
you're
like
mine.
Yeah, on some on some no weird shit. And then my child was like, bro, how many gym badges you got? I was like, I don't know, I think I got like 3. And they was like, nigga, you need to get more. That's why they not. I was like, oh shit, because I was playing a game. I was playing a Pokemon game, and getting the gym badges was like it was like not even a thing that registered in my mind to do, because I just liked running around the open world and doing like the star bases and like all that other bullshit. That shit was really dope. Another thing too, when we talk about this game versus something like Pokemon Sword and Shield, one thing I hated about Sword and Shield was that all the quote unquote routes were just like straight lines, like just like just a straight line. Whereas in this game, like when I'm traveling somewhere, I'm like, damn, I could go here, there. Like I don't know where to go. There's so many different places to go. How did you feel like when because obviously you played this game early, how did you feel when like you was playing this shit and you was like, oh damn, like I could like go anywhere type?
The moment because you gotta like do the Titan quest to like be able to like actually like be able to traverse through stuff. But the very first moment they let me like, because you can go dead ass find like 40 types of creatures. Like the moment you like get your Miraidon or Koraidon or whatever, and just go over to the right before that little first Pokemon station or whatever.
Yeah,
you can go to the right and catch like 40 Mons right then and there. You can glitch and go through like a whole different method to go to the other side of the map. When I realized that like you already had access to that many Mons off rip, I was like, oh, this is different. That's different as fuck. Then when you finally get the chance to like, oh, hey, do you want to go to the left or the right as your starting points for your journey? I'm like, okay, cool. I went to the left. I saw the scale of this bitch. I was like, oh my God. No, this I was literally foaming at the mouth because I was like, I can do anything I want right now.
Yeah. I went to the right side first, funnily enough.
That shit sound hard for me. I don't think I could do that.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna lie. That's another thing I really liked. Like this game, okay, so it's a Pokemon game, so it's not hard by any means. But like in Sword and Shield, like I don't think I had to pay attention one time playing that game. Like it's just not a very like it plays itself almost, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But and I like Sword and Shield, but I played this game and like I think the first star base I went to, I was getting fucked. They was cream pieing me. And I was like, oh, this is, I'm gonna actually have to try. So I had to actually like build a decent team and like think about what I was gonna do. I had to like, cause it was the fire bitch, and her Torkoal is tanky as a bitch, and he brings out the sun on first turn, so he's frying everything. So I had to bring in some mons to paralyze them, to try to stall until the sun ran out, and then bring in a water poke to try to deal with it. And like that was like, I don't think I've had to do that in a Pokemon game like ever, like on some real shit. I think like that was dope.
I think that's like where I'm like very, very 50-50 on like some of like the features and the mechanics in the game. Cause like I wish the game itself kind of scaled to you.
That would
like,
be
where
good,
it's like where it's like, oh hey, it's your the person that you're fighting is like maybe like 2 levels above your highest or 2 levels below your highest or some shit like that. And that way you're able to like gauge where you're going for. Because I think when you go to either the left or the right side, those battles, the gym battle on the left side, the psychic gym that you fight, is you're literally under level. She's like in her 40s or something like that. And the fire girl is like 20, like I think like 22, 23,
yeah,
25,
right around
like
there, right around there, yeah.
And it's like, wait a minute, my first 2 gym badges were dead ass a bug and a grass type Pokemon.
Yeah.
And you mean to sit here and tell me these niggas were in their teens and I'm getting fucked like this?
Yeah, that's real shit. Like, because that's another thing too, and that's another problem that I kind of have is that like I went towards the right and I was like doing my thing and beating them up and doing all that shit, and then like I got to the point where I could have gone into like the mountain area or whatever, but I was like, I don't think I'm supposed to be here yet because these niggas is kind of brolic. So I decided to like start exploring the left side, and then that's when I went to the water gym for the first time, and this is like level early 20s or whatever. My niggas are all 40, and I was like, I was supposed to do this like way early on. Yeah, because I mean I just watched that shit. It was late.
A level scaling thing would 100% give it the open world idea that I think they were going for.
Yeah,
because I think when they meant by open world, they meant by you just being able to explore the shit. But like at some point you're gonna realize that like you are gonna be either over leveled as hell or under leveled as hell, and it's like, wait a minute, I kind of wish they were able to like actually make sure that was like a fixed thing. Yeah. Because I feel like level scaling in this game, because I don't mind like the task, because like when you go through like the Titans and the Team Star stuff, it's the same like story plots every single time you go in there. I don't mind the repetition in that, but I would love if you could like literally scale with us. That way we can just go at our own. We could literally go on the map, be like, all right, I'm gonna do this in that order and go crazy.
So, okay, so now this is interesting because when it comes to the level scaling, like the way that you're talking about it, I feel like could introduce a Breath of the Wild effect, which for most people, like, I mean, we would love that. You know what I'm saying? Breath of the Wild is one of the best games made in the past like decade or so. But Breath of the Wild also was off-putting to some people because it felt like it had like no structure, or like when you have options to do like literally everything, then I feel like level design at that point kind of like takes a backseat, because like in Breath of the Wild, for example, we don't get like the classic dungeons and shit like that, because you have to be able to do everything from the beginning to facilitate that open world aspect where you could really go anywhere and do anything straight from the jump. But another thing about the level scaling thing is like I'm so conflicted about it, because like I don't know if I would rather have level scaling or rather have a Pokemon game be made kind of like a Xenoblade game, where it's like you got the, you know, the level of the things that are around your level. That's how you know where you're supposed to go, because all these things are around your level. But then like every once in a while you'll see, like, imagine like you were just walking through
and you'll see the random ass level 50 ass.
Yeah.
What is that?
Yeah. You see like there's just like a random like level 99 Charizard sleeping on a rock or some shit.
But see, that's,
and then
like
you know what I mean? That shit would be fire. That is true. That was fire.
Because you could literally just walk. Like I remember the first time I saw the Rapidash around like literally the first area. Yeah. When you go over to that left and you're like, okay, cool. Here's a Weasel, cool, and Eevee. Yeah. What the fuck is that? And this big ass Rapidash is looking at you, about to attack you.
Yeah.
Like, whoa.
Or like I remember when I ran up on the Weasels, and then like across the river I saw like a big fucking Floatzel just chilling there. I was like, oh, I'm not fucking with you,
I'm not
gang.
ready for this. I'm running away.
That's real shit.
I think when we, at the end of the day, I feel like when Pokemon went to the Switch, I think everybody was excited to see like the capabilities of what Pokemon could be once we got to like 3D Pokemon games, because that was the one thing like people were like very like tired of when it came to like Sun and Moon. People like, you know, were tired of the linearity that those games have. Yeah. And now that we're in the Switch, it's like, damn, you just gave us a Pokemon Go simulator. You just gave us a mobile Pokemon game with fucking raids and shit. I would not mind a Pokemon game where you could literally craft your own adventure. And I understand like the Breath of the Wild like glaring issues that it had for some people, and like the kind of standoffish, I guess, look that it had. But I think if that open world Pokemon game that people have been crying for is that game that's gonna make you like rethink what you want Pokemon to be. Yeah. At the end of the day, you can like, and if we're talking about the anime or whatever, right? You can start in any town that you want to. and go from that town to like 5 or 6 different routes, catch whoever you want to catch, and that'd be it. And if they had like an actual story where it was like an out, because on Breath of the Wild, you can go straight to the end.
Yeah, that's true.
If you wanted to.
That's real
shit. You can go
shit.
straight to the end if you wanted to. Or you could do the Divine Beast. You can go to the regions. You can like explore that if you want to, get your whole kit ready up or whatever. But I think in Pokemon, we could follow that exact same like thing. It's like, hey, if you want to go to the Victory Road, you can, but you're not winning with level 5s, my nigga. It's not happening.
Real shit.
It's not.
Real shit.
But if you want to like, go in and be like, okay, I'm gonna approach this region, I'm gonna do the ice, fire, water, dragon in that order, and then somebody else's adventure could be like, oh shit, I'm gonna do the water, dragon, ice, fire with the grass on the side right next to it, and you would just go through your routes and that'd be it. I think that is what people, I feel like, when it comes to the Pokemon world, would like a lot.
Yeah,
we're all gonna go crazy seeing our favorite mons just running around and interacting with the environment and shit. But at the end of the day, I feel like when it all comes down to like what we're playing, it's like, who doesn't want to just be like, yeah, I'm gonna start in fucking in Littleroot Town, which is, mind you, on the other side of the region. That's not the beginning town that you're supposed to start at.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, I'm gonna just go. And then obviously, if the mons are scaling with you, you're gonna see a lot of those mons be like, oh shit, oh, this is dope. Everybody's journey would be different.
I also feel like that is true, but I also feel like this game, more than any Pokemon game before, it does kind of feel like a lot of people's journeys are different. Because I mean, we were just talking about it right here, how you went towards the left side first and I went towards the right side. And like I be popping into some of my homie streams and shit, and some of them will be like around the same level that I'm at, but they're doing some shit like completely different than I did. But overall, I do agree with you, because the structure of the game is still going to more or less be the same. Like, you can get a couple gym badges out of order or whatever, but for the most part, like, you still have that similar structure. And I think it would be really dope, because I feel like Pokemon is such like a personal type of like adventure for a lot of people. So it'd be better if like the adventure could be more unique per person. Now, one thing that is actually interesting that we can talk about here, speaking of, Pokemon being like more personal and shit like that, let's talk about these starters, my boy. How you feeling?
I was a humongous Fuecoco fan. I was like, okay on Quaxley, and I hated Sprig. I grew to love all 3 of them. I think like all of them. I
think design wise, they're all good, but I'm kind of tight, because I think if you this is real shit. If you have not bought the game yet, chat, and people watching on YouTube, if you choose Fuecoco, you're kind of throwing, because the game from the outset shows you so many dope fire mons, and then of course there's the fire ghost type in the game. Charcuterie, whatever that nigga name is, and it's like, bro, you gave me like one of the coolest Pokemon you've ever made, and it's the same type as the starter I chose. Fuck you, because like, now what the fuck am I supposed to do with this thing? Like, I want to use the little nigga with the swords, bro. I don't want to use this damn crocodile.
I see him all the time in all like the raids and shit. Yeah. It's so fun, bro.
Yeah,
I just love that that's a Pokemon like that right there. Those two, what was that, Armarouge and Cerulege?
Yeah.
Those designs are like
fire,
really crazy.
Fire, yeah.
And it's obviously a Mega Man bias, but like just in general, those designs are like so different and just raw.
Yeah, I agree. So if you had to choose a favorite starter, like which one you going for? Because if I had to do the game over, I'm probably picking Weed Cat, just because like I still have not found a grass type that I like yet in the game. So like I feel like that one is probably just the most logical choice.
I think I would agree, because like you said, there are plenty of like water types and fire types you can see. Like I love Quaxley and all, but the moment they gave me that fucking dolphin, it was over.
Oh, let's talk about the I'm
not doing it.
Nah, my chat slick trolled the shit out of me, because I caught this dolphin because I wanted a water type. So I caught this fucking little dolphin thing, and then my chat was gassing up, talking about like, bro, just wait until you evolve it. It's gonna be the greatest thing ever, type shit. So I went through all this effort, got this thing at level 38, invited motherfuckers to my world so they could watch me level it up so I can evolve it. And then I finally see the evolution, and the nigga don't change at all. And I was, oh my God, I was pissed off. And then they're like, oh, you got to use its ability. I'm like, okay, look. The ability in like online battles is probably fine. Like, don't get me wrong, because this thing's stats are fucking crazy. But in a regular casual ass Pokemon game, nigga, I'm not switching out like that. Like, what the fuck is this? Like, I was so mad. The fucked up part is that my whole chat came together on some shit. And like, it was like an unspoken agreement that they all were just gonna troll me that day and make me work hard as fuck to evolve this dumbass dolphin. And then, oh nah, man, I'm still tight off that.
Listen, I think if the game was harder, of course I feel like, you know, it would warrant using him.
Yeah, right.
I think just him by himself is kind of, the fact that we have a dolphin mon. I've been preaching dolphin mons for the last like my entire like lifetime on the internet at this point. And the fact that we got it, I was just like, yeah, this is all I care about. Oh, so you
cock it with the dolphin.
Of course.
Okay.
And then online, I'm fucking niggas. It's nasty. That bitch hurt. That bitch hurt.
Nah. You know who hurt, bro? Fucking Tinkaton, my boy.
I love that. That's my favorite mon.
That's the GOAT. Speaking, let's just talk about the decks in this game then while we at it, bro. I feel like this dex is fire. This is a strong ass dex.
I'm not gonna hold you. When the leaks were coming out, I wasn't really the biggest fan, but when I finally got the game, I started to just play it. I was like, yeah, these models is it.
Yeah,
like this is it. This is literally there is no wrong here. And like I saw a lot of people slandering them. I'm over here playing the game a whole week early. I'm like, no, y'all kind of bugging. Y'all kind of bugging. I'm gonna let y'all catch up. You know. I'm having the time of my life, not gonna lie to you.
I feel like the Pokemon they decided to bring back, you know, a lot of them were. There's still a couple of my favorites that are not in there. Like I'm missing Metagross a lot. That's my nigga. I'm missing Flygon and shit like that. But for the most part, I think they did a very good job with it. And then also like the new designs, I'm liking a lot of them. A lot of them are fucking dope. Like
they chose a really solid decks. I think this is like because now we have 1,000 mons now.
Yeah,
with this game. And I think, like, obviously every game is going to be different. They're going to end up choosing, like, different, like, numbers or whatever to give us. Out of the 400 they chose a really solid, like, little roster of mons that could be like, okay, cool, I like this.
Yeah, I agree.
This. But I will say, I don't know where you're at in the story, but this is the one time I think we should have gotten that evolution.
Wait, which one?
Just any
oh, like a new evolution. Okay, I see.
This is probably the one time we probably should have gotten one.
I mean, I'm gonna keep it a bean. I've been hearing a lot of people say like, "Oh, the story in this game is so fire," but like, I don't
listen to them.
When I play Pokemon, I'm mashing A. Like, I don't know what the story is, but I'm gonna keep it a bean. I just don't.
I hear that. I don't blame you at all because I don't know. I feel when I've been at odds with people about the story. Cause I just be like, what are you talking about? I'm like, what are y'all talking like how you feel about the story in Pokemon in general is how I feel about this story specifically. I'm like, this shit is not that. Like what y'all think it is, I promise you it's not. It's not. It's not as deep as you think it is. It's not as crazy, but that nigga Arvin is hard. That nigga Arvin is hard, bro.
I'm gonna keep it.
I love Arvin.
I mean this like for the bottom of my heart, bro. Like God is my witness, my nigga. Who the fuck is Arvin?
You know who Arvin is?
Bro, I'm telling you, I have not read a single dialogue box. I don't know.
Crazy. You ain't read the niggas' names?
Bro, if I could read, you think I'd be a Twitch streamer, nigga? What the fuck?
Mega man.
Now y'all gotta make. I'm looking up this nigga Arvin, bro. I'm bad with names, bro. I need faces.
The niggas you do the Titans with, bro.
Oh, bro, can that nigga's dog die already? I'm sick of hearing about it.
What is wrong with you?
I'm sick of hearing about this damn dog. I don't give a fuck,
bro. Listen, bro. That's my guy. That's my dog. That's my guy.
Bro. Let's talk about how every time we pull up on a Titan, this nigga's bringing a level 12 fucking like muskrat with him, bro. Like, you are not helping the battle at all.
Did you finish your story?
Not yet, nah.
You're gonna be pissed. You're gonna be pissed.
Oh, nah.
Bro, this nigga, bro, I love Arvin, but man, that nigga pisses me off. I'm like, there's no, you had me doing this bullshit, and you're this? This you? Okay.
I think I got one more Titan to do, so I'll probably do that one later tonight, and then I'll get back to you on that. But damn, man, that's tough. But I feel like we cannot talk about Pokemon without bringing up the elephant in the room, bro.
Yeah, man.
The performance issues are so bad because, like, this is the best Pokemon game we've gotten in years, and it makes, like, the technical issues, like, that much worse. How did you feel, like, when you got this shit early and you was playing it and you saw the state it was in? So,
y'all niggas not gonna like this, and I'm gonna listen. My pirated copy ran better than my official copy.
Yeah, I believe it.
And it's not, obviously I couldn't go online. So I definitely played offline. But even then, like, there were still like issues with like some of the frame rates and shit like that. But the moment that I like got my official copy and I downloaded that bitch, I was like, dog, nah, this is worse than I was playing. Because when I was playing the copy that I got before, it was laggy, but it was like, okay, I can get past this shit. It's cool. I got the official shit, and I'm just like, dog, nah, like, man.
I'm being dead at. If you have not played Pokemon yet, like, the performance issues that we talk about do not do it justice.
No, and it's really bad.
It's worse than like what you could imagine. Cause like the texture pop-in is terrible. It runs in slow motion at times. It downright looks bad in a lot of areas.
No, bro. So a lot of people were trying to like, I remember they were trying to attack me. They were like, you're playing a pirated copy. Mind you, I'm playing on my Switch. I have two Switches, right? One for One Piece and one for the actual games and shit, right? I'm over here like, okay, cool. I'm playing it on my Switch. I'm not playing on the emulator. The niggas that are playing on the emulator right now are playing at a better frame rate and everything with me.
I was about to say, if you attacking somebody for playing on an emulator, like, the emulator is gonna run better than this shit's gonna run on your Switch, dumbass. You realize that.
The moment we got like a stable, because we had to find like whatever emulator that worked perfectly with it. Mind you, they already had this shit months in advance. Yeah. So like the moment that they found which one worked, we found which one worked, nigga. I didn't even know what a lag spike was on the emulator, bro.
That's crazy.
I was like, what the fuck? Like, there's no way, bro. And then I'm like, okay, I go on my Switch. Damn, this shit kind of rough. Niggas were like, oh, just wait till the day one patch. Just wait. The day one patch gets leaked. We're like, okay, cool. Day one patch come out. That shit don't do nothing. Bro, I'm like, nah, bro.
Gamers are the most annoying motherfuckers of all time, because anytime you criticize some shit, they always got some whack-ass defense. Like, when a trailer or a gameplay showcase for a game comes out, I'd be like, yo, this shit look kind of mid. They're like, bro, this is just a trailer. Wait, the game's coming out in like 2 weeks. They're going to fix everything by then. Like, what, bro? What do you think is going to happen? Like, in order to fix the issues, they're going to have to, like, rewrite the whole code, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Catch that, because I think I was somebody was saying like this isn't the first time that Pokemon has come out like with issues and shit. And I was like, damn, you're kind of right. If it's not Pokemon Let's Go, every single Pokemon game that's come out on the Switch has been a mess. Like the whole like Sword and Shield were the worst were the most scrutinized games on the Switch. And they were probably the most talked about Pokemon games in the most negative light ever. Game comes out, we figured out them niggas was lying to us. Them niggas was talking in Sword and Shield. Them niggas said, "Hey, yeah, we're working on new animations and new models." They've been using the same model since X and Y, bro.
Yep.
What the fuck are you talking about? What? The new animations? Oh yeah, the high quality. Every single thing in Sword and Shield was reused from the 3DS. That's facts, right? BDSP comes out. It's a whole different studio, and that shit's still garbage. What the fuck is going on? Big nigga, Legends Arceus came out and it had a couple of issues and shit, but most of the things that I heard about Legends Arceus was good. It had a couple of problems, but that was it, right? Whatever. This game comes out, nigga, I got the game early, 2 weeks early, played that bitch, beat it. I'm like, okay, this is kind of rough. I played on the emulator. This shit is flawless.
Damn.
The day one patch come out. This shit is trash still. Then I get the official thing and that bitch is worse. What? Nah.
No,
like, you're losing me.
I made this realization yesterday during my stream. I was like, you know what's kind of crazy? Like, since the Pokemon Switch games have come out, they've gotten like progressively like worse looking anyways. Like, Let's Go like actually looks pretty fucking good.
Let's Go is the best looking Pokemon.
Yeah, like Let's Go is very solid. It's stable. It looks good. And then Sword and Shield comes out and it looks quite substantially worse than that did. And then Arceus comes out, and Arceus, like in terms of its art style and everything, I think looks way better than Sword and Shield. But like obviously they're rendering like a big open world or whatever, so like graphically and performance wise it starts to run worse. And then this game is even worse than Arceus was. It's like, how are y'all doing this? This is the number one IP in the world. How is this happening?
Honestly, I'm gonna say it because I was literally just talking about this earlier. I was like, yo, thank God Masuda is gone. Thank God he's gone, bro. That nigga has like a very, very old, and it's almost like it's I wouldn't say it's old, but it's low-key like a prideful thing because all this shit comes down to is the fact that Game Freak themselves are wearing themselves too thin. They only have 200 people on the goddamn team.
That makes bro.
Mind you, they're working on 3 games at the exact same time. Like they developed Legends Arceus, this game, the exact same time, mind you. Mind you, Sword and Shield was around that exact same development period. They're developing 3 games at once with 200 people. There was an interview back in 2009, and it was somebody that was asking Masuda. He was like, "Yo, you know, the games are going crazy. Why haven't y'all expanded the team or whatever, right? Because, I mean, why not? We could go get Monolith Soft right now. You know what I'm saying? They've been helping.
Please slut out Monolith Soft, bro. Exactly. Please slut them out.
They've been helping all the Nintendo titles that have anything close to open world. Why haven't y'all reached out? This nigga Masuda said, yeah, but, you know, it's so easy. We can do that right now, but I'd much rather keep the spirit, the indie studio spirit. I'm like, my nigga, you are literally one of the biggest IPs on the planet. You are the staple. Like you. I'm like, if Pokemon was to ever hit like Pokemon is the only gaming franchise that could just be like, okay, cool. If we had more niggas on the team, we could shift an entire generation of kids right now. Pokemon has that. You can do that shit right now, but you want to do, and I get it's that prideful, like, oh, I want to keep the same energy that it was back in like when we started this shit. I want to make sure that, you know, it's the indie spirit. You know, we gotta achieve our things in such a small time. No, my nigga, no. I'm so glad he's gone now, bro, because now he went over to the Pokemon company. The niggas that run Game Freak now are 2 different niggas.
So, do you realistically, like, be real, do you really think Pokemon games are ever going to get better? Like, do you?
I do, but not on the Switch. I think the ideas they introduced in this game show us what they're going for. I think the ideas in this game, I'm not gonna hold you. This shit could change the world. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
I'm not, because like, if this game, because like obviously I'm a big Xenoblade fan. I think there's a lot of, you know, crossover between Xenoblade and Pokemon in terms of like how the world is and like all the monsters that inhabit it or whatever. I feel like if this game at least ran as well as Xenoblade 3, it'd be fine. Like, but the problem is, like, obviously the Switch is super limiting, so like the fact that Xenoblade 3 exists on it at all is like a marvel, but like it runs very solid. It looks like shit because, like, you know, you have to render it at a low resolution, all that stuff. Like, I would rather have that for Pokemon than like the shit that it is now. So like, I feel like if they do ever make a new like Switch Pro or whatever the next Nintendo console is, I'm just hoping and praying that like our favorite games can stop being limited by this shit. Like Xenoblade 3 could potentially be one of the most beautiful games I've ever played, but it's just locked down by the Switch. And like Pokemon, if they like, would they actually like make new models and take advantage of, you know, more powerful hardware? Like, I don't really know, but at the very least, it wouldn't run like dog shit.
I'm kind of sad because, like, you know, we got hella games coming out next year for the Switch, and those are like our big titles coming out next year.
Breath of the Wild 2.
Yeah, and I'm like, that shit, while it's gonna look good, that shit is like hopefully it's not gonna be as laggy as our more recent games, because every game that's come out in the last year on the Switch looks like shit.
Yeah.
And it's like, damn, bro, if only we can get that with that. We need a Switch Pro. It's about that. We need a Switch Pro. At this point, it's too late. We can't be running on 2017 hardware no more. We're literally in a time now where like they're getting destroyed. Niggas are getting refunds on this game for how bad it's going.
Yeah. And it's bad. It sucks too, because Breath of the Wild came out and it's like, this is like a generational type of game. Like this is once in a lifetime type of shit. You see a game like Breath of the Wild drop that changes everything, you know? And even when the Switch came out, the Switch was still underpowered for like that time that it came out in, but it was like, it was fine because it was like, whatever, it is what it is. But like now, again, I agree with you. I feel like this year specifically, we've just seen like appalling results. Like the fact that, and you could blame this on Square Enix themselves rather than Nintendo not having a powerful console, but like how the fuck is Kingdom Hearts, a PS2 series, only able to be played through the cloud on the Switch? That makes no fucking sense.
Dude, that shit is garbage.
That
shit looks so garbage, bro.
It's bad. It's just not good. It's not a good look. And it sucks too, because we got Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild 2, whatever you want to call it. This could potentially be like similar to how I feel about God of War Ragnarok, because, you know, God of War 2018 came out and it was like, boom, big bombshell. Everybody's like, oh my God. And then Ragnarok comes out and is better in every single way. This game could be that, but I just feel like it's just going to be way too limited. Like, there's just no way. Like, how are they going to be able to one up what they did on Breath of the Wild? I feel like Breath of the Wild was already pushing the Switch to its limits, and I think that's proven because what game since Breath of the Wild looks as good and runs as good? I don't think there's a single one, and that game came out on day one.
Yeah, that game came with the console.
You know what I'm saying?
What are you talking about?
So it's like what the fuck? What are they gonna do now? Like what's the plan?
I don't know. It all just comes down to Nintendo. I think when in regards to Pokemon, I think how the Pokemon company, how Nintendo, and how Game Freak treats Pokemon is kind of just like, yo, there's three niggas fucking up this whole idea. And you can see, like, in the last year, like I said, you've seen some of the best ideas be like introduced in a lot of our games on the Switch in the last year. I don't know who to blame if not Nintendo. Because it's almost like, yo, like, there's no reason why these games are reaching that scale now where it's like, holy shit, we can actually have titles that could measure up to whatever the fuck is out there right now on any other console. But the hardware is trash.
Very trash.
The hardware is very garbage. Trash.
Imagine a Xenoblade 3. Did you play that game like Immortal Phoenix Rising?
Yes.
Imagine like if Breath of the Wild could like look that good and run that well. Like nice. That would be, because like Immortal Phoenix Rising, like that's a good game. Like I fucks with that game. You know, brand new IP. I hope
surprisingly it's a good game.
I hope they make another one. Realistically, like, that game was good. But like it's no Breath of the Wild. But like it looks and runs so much better. Like it feels so smooth and it feels so good. It makes me wish, like, bro, if I could play Breath of the Wild like this, my boy, oh my God, you know, like, oh my God. You know what's crazy, bro? I feel like Pokemon like Coliseum and Gale of Darkness low key look more consistent and run better than the Scarlet and Violet. How does that make any sense?
I think I think I would agree, but you might get attacked on the timeline. Keep that shit to yourself.
I'll tweet that shit right now, bro.
Relax.
I'll tweet that shit right, please. Bro. Not. Am I lying?
I don't know. I think that those games, because I don't know. I think the times is different, bro. It's just a different thing, because the GameCube, those games are made for the GameCube.
Is this not made for the Switch?
It don't look like it. It don't feel like it, bro. It don't feel like it, bro. That shit, bro. If this shit was on a Switch Pro or some shit, I'd be having a different conversation with you.
Okay, but do you feel like it really is like just the Switch's fault rather than like Game Freak not utilizing? Because I think it's a little bit of
Game Freak.
But like I feel like Xenoblade runs well, Breath of the Wild runs well, you know, like, so I think it's a little bit of both. And I think it's also tied to the fact, like, again, they're a small ass company, only 200 devs. I mean, that's like pretty much nothing in a AAA gaming space. So only 200 devs.
Crazy.
And you got them working on 3 projects at once, and they got to release a Pokemon project every year. I feel like if they had more time, they could have smoothed it out more. But I feel like, do you think throwing more hardware at them or like more power is really just like the magic fix?
If they would have given this game maybe like just one more year, I think if they would have just given us like a Legends Arceus DLC,
would have been
a Legends Arceus DLC for the thing. Hey, here you go. Months later, we're good. We're fine. And if we were to that ass come back in like May or March, hey y'all, new Pokemon game, and it's this game with like that extra year, it'd be a different conversation. I think this game is supposed to come out alongside the fact that the anime is gone, because unfortunately the games don't matter no more. The whole infrastructure of Pokemon entirely is just different now. It's too big. The merchandise and the anime run the company now. So the games have to come out whenever the anime ends or starts. And the games have to come out whenever it's time for a whole new competitive scene. They just ended up their VGC entire little season or whatever. The anime just ended. New game comes out a whole week later. In the next month, you're gonna see TCG for all the new mons, the base Scarlet and Violet thing. By like the spring, we'll get the first couple of trailers for the anime, and it's gonna last us a good year and a half, maybe 2, and then there you go. We're gonna get DLC later next year, and that's it. Pokemon, unfortunately, is just too big. And the games the games don't even matter no more. That's how bad it is, bro.
A part of me that thinks that it'll never get fixed. I mean, I know you saw the tweet, 10 mil in 3 days, man.
Oh my goodness.
Like, bro, why put in more effort? Why waste more resources and more money when this gets you 10 mil in 3 days?
I just want people to like pay attention next year when like the merchandise sales for like Pokemon comes out and people see like how much they make. Because if it's 10 mil in 3 or 4 days, just watch what happens when the merchandise comes out. It's gonna be nasty.
So why do you hold on? What do you know what Arceus did by like offhand? Do you know?
Arceus was one of the best selling Switch games actually. Hold on, Legends Arceus.
Because like and like what I'm thinking is like, how the fuck did this game like do so well? Like, is it just off the strength of Pokemon alone? I
think it's the marketing.
So what did they do like that was special for the marketing?
They showed less. A lot of people, since Sun and Moon, they have been showing too much for their games. And a lot of people were like, damn, like, you know, y'all are just dropping so much information on us. Like, they damn near showed like when Sun and Moon came out, right? They damn near showed the entire Pokedex. Right before release. When Ocean Ultra Moon came out, they showed 2 or 3 cutscenes. That was the only new things in the game. When Sword and Shield came out, they showed so much that niggas hated them for showing that much. And eventually we bullied them into showing less. Real talk. Niggas every single trailer, niggas had a complaint. And the moment Sword and Shield came out, they stopped showing less. They stopped showing it. BDSP came out, they showed like little graphical enhancements, but other than that, that was it. Legends Arceus literally was a ghost land. Watch this. Legends Arceus went silent up until the last 3 or 4 months of its release.
I do remember that because I remember being like, yo, what the fuck is up with Legends Arceus?
They didn't drop a trailer they dropped the release date before the trailer. We were like, what the fuck's going on here? We didn't start getting like actual trailers maybe like a month before BDSP came out. And we still didn't know what the fuck we were playing. Legends Arceus came out. That shit is so different. But Legends Arceus, I think it sold, they're saying 13 mil?
Shit.
Almost 14. 13.91.
And that's Lifetime?
That's, yes.
Damn.
It's in Japan. That's in Japan. Whoa, hold on. Hold on. We're looking at, global. It said Japan on the first thing, but it sold 1.4 in Japan, and then globally, as of right now, from September, it's 13.91.
And this game did 10 mil in 3 days.
So Arceus did like 7. I think Arceus did 7 Arceus did 7.
Fuck.
And this game did 10. So Pokemon's 2022.
Oh my
Jesus Christ.
God.
They've been going nuts.
Oh my God. I got a question for you, bro.
And me.
If this game runs flawlessly with no issues, is this the best Pokemon game?
That could be argued. I like it though. I like it.
Like
I think that's a really good take.
I'm gonna keep it a bean with all the improvements they made, with all the changes they made. If this game runs flawlessly, I don't think I would not rather play another Pokemon game over it. Keep it a bean.
I don't know. I think if we're talking like just games in general, the last 2 Pokemon games, you could argue shit on the entire series. I think people can have their favorites, but I do think that like at some point Pokemon itself has to evolve. And I think Legends Arceus and Scarlet and Violet are like the future of Mons.
I agree. I think Gen 4, the reason why people like it so much is because I think it is truly like the perfection of the classic Pokemon formula. Like, you do the routes, you do the gyms, you got the decks, like all that other bullshit. But I feel like Platinum like added so much to that and just perfected it in a way that like it's just perfect. And then every game after that kind of felt like they were either doing too much or in some cases not enough, or they try to switch it up like what they did with Sun and Moon, but then went in a direction that a lot of people didn't really like. And I finally feel like with like Arceus and Scarlet and Violet, that's like this is the right path. And if they continue doing this, like if they just keep on giving us what they gave us in this game and with Arceus, and then of course fix these goddamn issues, bro. Like you're gonna have like the best Pokemon game.
I think these last 2 Pokemon games, I just think that they could. These 2 Pokemon games already like are better than any of the like regular like dual titles.
Easy.
And like the only ones that they're probably not better than are like the Emeralds, the Platinums, whatever. Who cares? Like, those are like the completed versions of those games anyway. But off jump. These games are them. Like I love these games a lot.
What if they were to make? They have not made like a one final version of a Pokemon game in shit. Was Platinum the last one? It was, right? Yeah. If they made another one of those, fixed all the issues, increased the decks, that's the best Pokemon game. I think
they're so behind in that DLC regard, where it's like they just now started to like put that shit out there to where that third final version doesn't matter like that. It does suck that Ocean Ultra Moon are like still 2 separate games, which pisses me off to no end, but whatever. Black and White 2, what a decent sequel. Was that X and Y came out, Oris came out, Sun and Moon. I think the DLC for Sword and Shield, I think that's what we're gonna do. That's what they're gonna do going forward. Is literally just drop, hey, here's a year, here's the game of the year, and then here's like the next couple months with the DLC.
Yeah.
Like we'll probably get like the first expansion promotional run in like January, and then we'll get it like maybe during the summer. Then the next one is probably gonna come in like the winter around this time next year. And then we'll get like whatever remake they decide to do, which hopefully it's not. I don't want Gen 5 remake. Not right now.
Oh, hold on. Are you a Gen 5 hater?
No.
Oh, I am. I fucking hate Gen 5.
Bro, we already had this conversation, bro.
Bro, I don't care. We'll fucking have it again. Bro, here's the thing. Every time I talk about Gen 5, no. Look, I'll give you dumb niggas this, okay? Gen 5 is hold on, let me think. Okay, yeah. Gen 5 is the best looking Pokemon game ever made. It's not close. Like as a game, like the sprite work is phenomenal. Like they actually have like great lighting and like animation quality, all that. Fucking amazing in Gen 5. But it's the whole Pokemon formulae that I feel like just felt really stale and I did not like. And of course, Gen 5 has one of the most god-awful, worst Pokédexes I've ever fucking played in a Pokemon game. Shit is ass. And the niggas want to come to me talking about story like I'm not mashing A the whole time. Niggas want to come up to me talking about, oh, but N trying to liberate Pokemon by having Pokemon.
Yeah, but he taught himself different. He was like, I'm the savior of the Mons. That was his shit.
And where'd I get him?
I got packed up.
Exactly. So,
so
what the fuck does it matter? You did all that talking for what?
Listen, bro. I don't know. I think Gen 5,
It's
unfortunately, that's the last time I think I can actually say I've played like an actual like regular basic Pokemon game. Like, I think since X and Y, they tried to like gimmick us to death.
You right. You spin.
And it's like, okay, I'm really good on like how many, like, think like this, right? It was Megas in X and Y. It was Megas in Oris. It was Z moves in Alola. It was Dynamax, which is essentially Megas in
Dynamax is so dog shit.
In Galar, and then here they give us a glorified hidden power. They remove hidden power from the game and give you that.
I think this one is the hidden power gimmick thing is, I like that more than any of the other gimmicks, obviously minus Megas. I think that this one is like kind of my favorite one.
I think it's a lot more balanced.
Yeah.
I think it makes a lot more sense. Like, oh, hey, if you why not get a Mon that can learn? Like, there's who is it? I think it's every Mon has a certain move that it could just benefit from right now. And I feel like certain Mons, like let's say like niggas that get Energy Ball but don't need an Energy Ball in competitive like that. If it's like, oh yeah, I have a dual type, but my hidden power is a grass type move. Okay, fine, here's Energy Ball, I win. What the fuck? Get a random ass boost that's not stab or that is stab? That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's fine. That's really fine.
That's dope. I like that.
That's balanced. Yeah. I like that. Because Megas, at some point, I love Megas as a design, but I could understand why they stopped doing that shit, because at some point it was going to become a redundant thing where every single Pokemon got Megas.
Yeah, I agree.
And Z moves would have been the exact same thing. It just would have gotten stale all entirely, because you can't keep the same fucking moves for every single thing unless you're introducing different types of moves. But then that's just a whole different meta entirely. Dynamax, I guess limiting them to 3 turns was cool. Maybe it was cool. It was all right. It wasn't anything crazy. But I think this is like balanced as shit.
I'm cocking with it.
I like it.
How you feeling about one of my favorite things about recent Pokemon games, and is a reason why I really struggle to go back and play old games, because of all the quality of life changes we've got over the years, like universal EXP share. I'm sorry, I'm not playing a Pokemon game without that shit again. That whole like swapping your niggas out and like slowly grinding them up, that shit is deaded. I'm fucking over it. I also like the you don't have to deal with like bullshit random encounters if you don't want to. That shit is deaded. You don't have to battle the fucking Pokemon trainers if you don't want to. That shit is deaded. I love that. I love
that's so good to me.
Facts. I love the EXP candies, because now if you catch a Pokemon or like you just bring one out your decks that you want to try out and use, you don't got to grind for fucking 5 hours to bring it up to your party's level. Just give that nigga some candy. Boom, he already there. That's fire. The fact that like I can just press R and my Pokemon goes out and just starts running the hands with all these wild Pokemon. Fire. Like all these quality of life changes, like this, like I'm for it. I'm with it.
Right. I agree. No, I'm here with you. I love how accessible the games are for everybody, especially the returning players. I feel like a lot of people have these like times when it comes to Pokemon where they're for it, not really into like the older shit, so like they'll leave it alone, then they'll come back maybe like months later. Like that's why like it's hard to be like a Pokemon channel sometimes, because it'll be like, yay, new Pokemon game. After that initial boom, it's like, damn, what do niggas upload now? And it's like, okay, cool, let's run this shit, and it's like people are like low-key tired of playing the same games over and over again, especially when you're playing the older games. And it's like, damn, like I played this shit like 20 times my damn self. Why would I watch you? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, true.
And then you're playing a version of a game that's so many people that it's like damn near so archaic for some people.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, I have to watch you grind. They might have to watch you force yourself to battle the trainers. They might have to watch you like do things that it's just so easy for me to do in like these games entirely. Like I can buy. I still love this shit to the end of, like to the end of the earth. I don't care what nobody says. And Let's Go. There's a you know how you get like the Premier Ball and shit.
Yeah.
When you get like 10 Pokeballs or whatever, every 10 that you get a Premier Ball. Shit like that, like little small detail shit like that, will just it just makes the game different.
Actually, let me ask you this, because I don't know if we talked about this before. How do you feel about Pokemon Let's Go? Because if I'm gonna keep it a bean, when Let's Go came out, that kind of revitalized my love for Pokemon.
They're not ready for me.
Oh, word!
They're not ready for me. I think the niggas that don't like Let's Go are weird.
You my nigga. You my nigga. That's my man's right there.
I think the niggas that don't like Let's Go, I don't get it. I understand not wanting to like use your Joy-Cons and shit. Sure, I get it, right? I understand that, right? But at the end of the day, as a game, those games are fire. And
they're just so. Not only are they just fun to play, it's just like easy to pick up, put down, whatever. You know what I mean? Like it's fire.
I like Let's Go. I think Let's Go, it doesn't take itself serious. It's literally just Kanto, which obviously niggas are they're tired of saying Kanto, sure, but you can't go wrong with Kanto.
You can't.
Like it's I get it, niggas is tired of seeing it. I get it, it's cool, but like y'all don't give a fuck. We're playing through this bitch again. Brock, bring your ass again. Nigga, run that shit right now.
Facts. Right? I also really liked, shiny hunting and shit in that game because I've never been like a shiny hunter or whatever, but it was just so like, it was much easier in that game. Like you just get the chain going and all that shit. Yeah, it was just fun to do that. Like I had a good time playing Let's Go. So that's
always been my issue with like, shiny hunting is that like that shit is boring as fuck. That's why like Legends Arceus and Let's Go. I'm like those games when you want to do that shit that you don't normally do. Yeah, it's fun. Like at least in Let's Go, I have to battle this bitch before I can catch it.
That's real shit.
I have to literally like duck and dodge this bitch while he's trying to like kill me for real. And Let's Go, you have to sit there, look around, and just look for like a random ass overworld, like a swirly star around it. Oh shit, it's a shiny. And if you miss it, you miss it.
Yeah.
It's over for you, bro.
So overall, man, you're feeling very positive about these Pokemon titles?
I like them. I think that like the ideas they introduced in these games were amazing. I think it can only go up from here, but I pray that it is up from here.
Yeah. All right, cool. I think I would agree. I love these games, and I think if you were to buy them, you're gonna be upset that they run like dog shit. You will. It's gonna annoy you. It's gonna bother you. But I think like as you play it more, that kind of fades away, and then you're like, damn, this game is just fun. But I do have another topic to talk about if you wanted to hop onto that. So, man, how you feeling about all this Twitter drama? How do you feel about Hive? Do you think niggas going to be hopping on the Hive? Do you think Twitter will eventually end up collapsing?
I think everybody's overreacting.
I agree. You know what? Other than liking One Piece, I don't think you have a single take that is wrong.
What's wrong with you? Yo, man. I think a lot of people are just overreacting. I mean, like, it's always good to have like a backup, like anything, just anything to have your namesake on there. But I think whatever Hive is I think that platform, if it does become a thing, it will exist in its own lane. Twitter will still be around. If niggas can leave Tumblr and Tumblr still be around, then if niggas leave Twitter, Twitter will still be around. It's Twitter.
Yeah, I feel like I like Hive. Like the interface is cool. The app runs like complete dog shit. They definitely have to work on that. They're running with a Game Freak level staff over there. But like, yeah, they got to work on that shit for sure. But like, it's a cool little thing. But like you said, Twitter's Twitter, bro. Ain't nobody leaving Twitter, man. You know what I'm saying?
As toxic as it is, this shit is funny.
It is. It's funny and it's fun. Like it's just like there's just no social media site out there. Like when I was talking about this shit, people were like, "Oh, everybody's on TikTok these days or whatever." It's like, bro, TikTok, like you can't just tweet, "I just took a shit" on TikTok. Like it's a different being. It's a different thing. I'd be like, yo, I'd be describing all these prolific ways in which I beat my dick on Twitter, bro. Like what other site can I do that on?
Why is that? Why
What happened?
Why is that the
What happened?
Why is the one factor, bro? Why is that the one factor?
It was just an example, man.
I think that's your go-to reason for it. I think there's an issue here.
Yo,
anyway,
let's talk about it. I don't even be beating off no more. What's your beat off schedule looking like?
I don't beat off like that either.
Dead ass, my boy. That semen retention going crazy?
Of course, discipline.
So when you nut, is it like a Mario flood from Sunshine?
My pineal gland opens.
That's so fire. Anyways, hold on. Going back to Twitter. How you feel about Elon bringing back people that were like banned? So like, Trump's back, Ye's back. Like, how do you feel about that? And when do you think it is appropriate for someone to actually be deplatformed, if you think that at all?
Obvious hate speech. I think that's just, I understand niggas love freedom of speech and niggas can think and feel how they feel, but it comes to a point where it's just like, yo, like if you're like out of your way going to attack somebody in a group of people, then dog, you gotta relax.
So
like,
do you feel like Ye should be taken off Twitter? I
got a hot take. I got a hot take. I don't think he keeps digging himself into a hole. I think that his first little outburst was kind of crazy, but for the most part, anything he said like is kind of just like whatever. Like him having that one moment is one thing, but then like the rest of everything he's been saying is more so just like regular Ye shit that we've known him for.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
that's how.
So like my opinion on this, like I feel like it's kind of similar to you. If somebody is using their platform to spread like hate speech or to
Trump can go to hell.
I was going to get into that too, or like to spread like false, like how he was spreading false bullshit about the COVID vaccine, which I'm pretty sure is what actually got him packed up on Twitter. But like doing all that bullshit, like that is dangerous to public safety, I feel. You know what I mean? Especially because like Trump kind of has this like cult like following. So like what he says and what he tweets or whatever is going to hit the masses. And like if some people are like, oh, this COVID shit is fake type, then fuck it. Like this COVID shit must be fake, or fuck it, I won't get vaccinated, or whatever it is. I feel like in that case, when you're spreading so much misinformation as fact, I think you are a danger to people publicly, especially on a platform that is all about, discourse and stuff like that. I do think that that's when you probably deserve to be deplatformed. When regarding Ye, I'm kind of torn because like my initial reaction is like, yeah, he should be banned because he was just being purely anti-Semitic.
He was going crazy.
Yeah, he was going crazy. So like my initial gut reaction is, yeah, I don't think Ye should be on Twitter either. I think like these other types of people, again, Kanye very similar to Trump in that he has like a cult like fan base. Like these niggas ride dick for him, bro. Like, I go on Reddit or whatever the fuck, see like the Kanye fans and what they're saying, and these niggas are crazy. Like they're genuinely insane. Same shit on Instagram comments, all that. Like I feel like that level of influence that they have over people needs to be put into check because they're having a negative impact on folks, especially, somebody like
the very impressionable ones.
I was just about to say, especially them, because like then they grow up, or they as they start to mature, that line of thinking gets like melded into their brain or whatever, and it's hard to undo that shit. Like I feel like in the cases of dudes like Ye and Trump, like yeah, I'm for free speech and all that bullshit, but I just think that that has to come with some caveats, and I think that you got to be held responsible for the type of shit that you say and do. And yeah, I definitely think that they should not be allowed back on Twitter. That's just my take on that.
Listen, that nigga Kanye West is shadow banned, bro. I saw somebody like quote tweet his shit. I'm like, wait, he's back on here again?
Yeah.
And I saw Trump and I'm like, oh no.
Yeah.
I kind of want to pay for Twitter Blue. I want to block these niggas for real.
How did you feel about the whole Twitter Blue shit, the Twitter verification thing?
I don't care about that shit, man. I wasn't gonna pay that shit. I wasn't gonna pay it. I kind of was trying to like deter away from Twitter like that, regardless. So
yeah.
Like it was, oh hey, here you go. Here's $8. No, it's $8. Okay, it's if people want that check mark, cool. Let the people get they. It honestly, it's weird because it goes to show like so many people were so quick to like use it, I was like, damn, so y'all really wanted that check mark.
Yeah, real shit.
Like y'all really like it's almost like, and it comes with a status thing. It's like, oh, I got a check mark, I'm an official guy, but it's like, damn, like y'all wasted no time.
I feel like you are extremely corny if you bought that check mark and you're like, damn, now I'm official. Like, you bought it, nigga. You ain't shit. Like, you still don't matter to anybody, bro. Like, that's
the only
whack.
people that I would even like give the benefit of the doubt to is creators. Because I mean, there was that rumor where it was like, oh yeah, we might be suppressing shit. And if that's the case, as a creator and as a business or whatever, you want that. You need more eyes on your shit anyway. Cool. Yeah. But if you're a random ass person, like a random ass nobody, you got like maybe 10, 15 followers with no likes. What the fuck are you paying Twitter Blue for?
Yeah. And Sacred, I got kind of a confession to make here.
Talk to me.
So the day that the Twitter Blue shit dropped, obviously I copped it. I thought it was funny as fuck. I thought it would be funny. I kind of like that check mark next to my name, gang. I think that shit look good. I
don't blame you. That shit look good. That shit looks good, bro.
I think that shit look good, bro.
But you're a content creator, bro. It's different. I'm talking the random niggas. Like, bro, why the fuck is there fucking Hubert 91 in the background of my goddamn tweets? And why does he have a check mark with like 200 people and get no likes on his Insta? Who gives a fuck about this guy?
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
I think if they were gonna introduce that, it should have been one of those things where you had to have like a following or some shit where it was like, oh hey, like you can buy Twitter Blue, sure, but you need at least like 5,000, 10,000 followers, and it could be used for like businesses and shit that weren't able to get it because the process to get verification is already hard as is.
Yeah,
they went through like three or four different methods to get it. So okay, cool. If you just want to outright buy it. Cool, if you're a random ass business or some shit, buy it. Go ahead. But if you're just a random ass nobody, that's corny to me.
It was just like ironic because this motherfucker Elon Musk was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, verification shouldn't be gate kept, you know what I mean? Like, everybody should have Twitter verification. So like $8 Twitter verification. And then like all the memes and shit, like Twitter became like hellified classes for like a week, bro. Cause like there was diamond checking niggas verification tab and shit.
That shit is hilarious.
That shit was crazy. Niggas was feral. I also found it mad interesting how niggas that like had real Twitter verification, like these niggas was like turning their nose up to people or whatever. It's like, bro.
Because in their minds, they worked for it, but I'm like,
I'll still kill you, nigga. Fuck, you still die like everybody else.
Bro, exactly, bro. Like it's like you are just a check, my nigga. Like in real life, like you probably are a nobody.
That's
Who
real.
are you? Like so I look at the people that don't have like it's so interesting. I was like, it's so interesting. You don't see Corey Kenshin with a blue check mark. But if he was to go outside right now, he'd be an actual celebrity.
That's real.
I'm like, some of y'all are blue check marked and y'all are only known by like the small minority of kids that follow you and watch you and shit. Nobody cares about you outside.
That's real. That's real. I feel like that's a wake-up call that I think a lot of creators need, but that's also kind of what I like about being like an online creator type shit is that like, even if you are popping like on the internet, you can still like go out and like niggas don't really know you like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like a lot of
them clout niggas, they got security and shit now. They can't be doing that.
Right. But like, I feel like, yeah, if you XQC, you might have like some trouble like going out or whatever the fuck. But I feel like for the most part, like most people
live in LA.
You know, yeah, you know what I mean? I feel like you can just like go to the corner store or walk down the street and not really have to worry about too much shit, you know? So I feel like that's straight.
I think if your name is always in drama, you 100% need to have like, and you're a person of notoriety, you need something. Like you never see Pokemon go outside if she's not on business. Every time you see Pokemon out in the public, it's always an event. It's always like she got flued out somewhere. It's always like she's with friends or some shit. You have never seen her like out in public just doing regular shit.
Well, I would never do that if I was Pokemon. You know how many crazy stalker niggas are out there?
Exactly.
Hell no.
You can't. If you were like and anything she does gets scrutinized. It could be something.
Niggas are on her dick all the time,
it could
bro.
Be something innocent as hell, and she would literally just be harassed for it. And it's like, bro, Nah, if you are somebody who are in a lot of like tabloids and shit, then by all means, move accordingly. Because niggas is definitely trying to come up on some shit. Niggas is desperate now. It's different.
That's
But
real.
if you're just a regular ass, like on some us shit where we have a decent following, niggas fuck with us, and every now and then we'll get like, oh hey, I know who you are, or whatever. That's cool. That's cool. That's all good. But if you were in some shit, cool out. Sit your ass down. Something.
Speak on it. Well, speaking on it, I think that's all the topics I got. Unless I do got some other things written down. If you got time, you trying to talk a little bit more. But that's
here, dude.
I bet. Say less. The Game Awards, my boy. What you got on the Game Awards, bro?
I am very happy to see Arceus and RPG.
Oh, is that what you voted for?
That was I don't think I chose something else, but seeing Pokemon in a Game Award things was just like holy shit. Wow. I was like, damn, that's crazy. That was the first time I think I've ever seen Pokemon nominated for something.
What I was shocked to see is, again, Xenoblade Dick Rider over here. Xenoblade 3 got a GOTY nomination. I did not expect
I'm
that.
so happy for you niggas, bro. I was like, there's no way.
I mean, if you want to know something fucked up, I didn't even vote for it, but I was like, that's crazy to see.
Bro.
But I mean, come on, bro. Elden Ring, like that. Come on.
Elden Ring or God of War, I think are the definitive answers here. It does suck, and I just want to have that conversation. It does suck that every time Horizon gets a new game, it gets overshadowed. I am a
Horizon hater. I'm living for that.
Those games, bro,
Aloy Pack knocked me on my ass.
What's wrong with you, bro?
Now, I'll tell you this. Like, the Horizon Zero Dawn games are like the most 7.5 out of 10 games I've ever played. Like, they're good games, but like, they're not like, they don't move the needle. They're not like great to me.
That is true.
But they are good. They are good. I'll give them that. But the next time I see the motherfuckers come up on a Sony press conference and it's like, we have a new Horizon game on the way, I'm gonna be so amped because I know an actual good game is coming out that same day. I'm gonna be so amped. I'm like, bet what game's coming out that same day because that's gonna be a banger.
It really does suck every time Horizon gets something. It just gets fucked over, bro.
Breath of the Wild, game of the generation.
Came out and literally just said that, and it was sucks. The first Horizon game was good. The first Horizon game came out, and it was like, yeah, this shit cool. A week later, huh? What? What happened, bro? What happened, G? It's not even. Who cares? Who cares? I saw Xenoblade. I was like, yeah, Xenoblade niggas I know they're very happy to finally get something. Yeah. Especially, it sucks that that's like the newest title. But I guess beggars can't be choosers here, bro.
Yeah.
I think Xenoblade 2. I think that game's phenomenal. Personally,
I agree. Xenoblade 2 is top 3 games of all time for me, bro. I'm gonna be honest.
That's really, it's like that.
Yeah, I love that game. Oh, actually, hold on. I never got to pick your brain about Sonic Frontiers.
Oh shit! Yeah.
So, how you feel about Sonic Frontiers?
I think as a Sonic game, it's up there, top 5 probably
for sure.
As a regular game, it's a decent 7 or it's 7. It's a 7.5. 7.
I would agree with that. I would give that game like a very solid 7, which is like a great score for like a Sonic game. But yeah, that game, like, again, as a Sonic game, kind of similar to like how like the trajectory Pokemon's been on. Like, they introduce new shit, interesting shit, and it's like, oh, this is like a really good base and foundation. I just hope that like Sonic is just addicted to like trying one thing and then doing something completely fucking different for no reason.
So I just give a fuck about the characters for the first time in like 15 years.
I just hope that they actually make like a Sonic Frontiers 2, keep the same formulae, and then like just extend the bigger buys it.
I think my critiques in regards to like what the game has, I think my only problems are the pop-ups, like how like damn near out of place the railings are in the world, because it's like, oh damn, here's this big open land. Here are these random ass rails.
Yeah, it looks random and sloppy.
Yeah, like in the first island, right? On the first island, I didn't mind it as much because it was like, holy shit, like the rails were like intertwined with some of the structures on the first island. So I was like, oh shit, this shit's hard. hold on, nigga. Then you get to the desert, and it's like, whoa, 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 whoa.
The desert level runs like shit. Like it's my god, that shit's bad. But yeah, I think my biggest problem with Sonic Frontiers is the overall like hub world. I found it kind of boring. But yo, the fucking levels that like what do they call the levels that play more like
hyperspaces?
Yeah, dumb shit. Fire. The boss fights, fire. Like fucking fire.
I've seen a lot of people like complain about the hyperspaces.
What?
And I always wondered, like, you know, what did people play Sonic for? Because Sonic for me was always one of those like stages, like in terms of those stages, particularly like the 3D boost stages or whatever. Those were always get from point A to point B as quickly as possible.
Yeah, exactly.
And just go and just go as fast as you can, grab whatever collectibles you can and be done. And S rank is like, you're God. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fuck it, we're here. And seeing people say they didn't like it, I was like,
well, hold on. What are they? What the fuck would they want then? I'm confused.
I don't know. I don't know. I've just seen niggas complain. I don't know. I don't know at all.
Because I feel like I was like, yo, these are good fucking levels. I'm with it.
I kind of wish they had more.
I agree.
I wish there was more than the Angel Islands, the Sky Zone.
I feel like it was too much hub world, not enough like cyberspace missions.
Or mandatory ones.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And even then, like the cyberspace missions, there was maybe like on each map, there was probably about like five or six that you can do. But for the most part, you can just fish.
I want, you know what I would want? I would want them to make a DLC or some shit to where you can just play the cyberspace levels if you wanted to and like play it like that. And like, I would also just like a nice DLC pack of like new cyberspace missions. That shit would be fire.
If they 100% had more like variety in what those cyberspace levels were designed after, because Sonic has a lot of iconic stages anyway.
Yeah,
like I'm surprised we didn't get a City Escape.
That I didn't even beat the game. There's no City Escape. That's crazy.
No City, it's the same Chemical Zone, Green Hill Zone, Sky Sanctuary, some shit like that, and that's it. And it's like, damn, like, it is just these three or four stages y'all chose from Sonic of all. It's Sonic the Hedgehog. I can give you 10 stages right now that are like crazy to go through.
Oh, actually, speaking of that, how did you feel about like the music in Sonic Frontiers?
The Supersonic boss fights, that OST is phenomenal. That I love that whenever we intertwine Supersonic with rock and metal, it bring me back to that old like Dragon Ball Z movie.
It did kind of feel like that, yeah.
And it was like, holy shit, it's time to go crazy. I think the cyberspace missions, they have some really good, I think better than Sonic Forces music, because it's the exact same like, I guess team that's like working on it or whatever, because that we're using the Forces engine in this game. So I think the music is just way better in the cyberspaces. I do love a couple of them more than some others. I love how like soothing the open world ones are. But it feels kind of weird because you're kind of just like, you're going as fast as possible on these fucking railings and platforming and shit.
And you hear Alicia Keys in the background.
Bro, exactly, bro. You Beethoven in the background going fucking nuts. You're... What the fuck's happening?
Nah, I felt like with the music, like I like the music. Like I don't want nobody to get me wrong. I think the music is good, but like when I play Sonic, like I'm thinking of like, you know, like Crush 40. I'm thinking of like, you know, Green Hill Zone theme song. You know what I mean? Like I'm thinking of like music like that. And like that intertwines with like another kind of issue I had with Sonic, which is not an issue with Sonic Frontiers. It's like more so an issue of what I want out of a Sonic game. But it's like the tone like just felt weird. Like obviously it went in a different direction with like Sonic's voice be more serious or whatever. But like when I think of Sonic, I think of like, you know, edgy, too cool for school type beat, you know, or whatever. Like I think of like a more upbeat, more like carefree and stuff like that. And it feels like that's not what Sonic Frontiers is doing, which again is not really a problem on Sonic Frontiers' part. It's just a different direction they're going. But I kind of wish there was like more of that, I guess.
I don't even know what I want from Sonic, not gonna hold you.
That's
Like,
so real.
I think now that's why I like Sonic Forces Frontiers, where it's like, yo, like I'm open for whatever they got. Whatever y'all want to do, let me know. As long as it's a step forward, not a step back.
So you on board with Sonic Frontiers? You want them to do more games in this style?
Of course. And I think, and if they really wanted to just say fuck it and not do the open world, or I guess if they want to do the Breath of the Wild approach, where like, you know, we keep doing the cyberspaces or whatever, we just expand on that. You just expand on it. You know, just if we want to do like a, because if we're really thinking about it, this is more so like a open world Sonic Generations, because all the hyperspaces are literally just the whole nostalgia trip over again shit. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. These are iconic ass stages or whatever. But I would love like maybe like some original design stages. And if you're gonna bring back old ones, probably more variety for sure. I
do think the cyberspace missions were like a little too short. Like I was clearing these hoes in like 30 seconds or something. Like I'm like, damn, that's it. I think it's because like I was enjoying it so much that like when like a cyberspace mission ended, I was like, damn, I wasn't satisfied with that.
I forgot how much of a Sonic nigga I was, how fast I was moving them bitches. I'm like, damn, I forgot. I'm still good at this shit.
Yes, sir. I'm still him, bro. You feel me?
I thought I was gonna be rusty as hell. They were like, oh, he moves so clunky. I'm like, oh, you niggas are garbage. What's going on? I'm clearing this shit like it's nothing.
Oh, speaking of moving clunky, one of my only issues with like the movement and stuff in this game has to do more so with like the hub world shit. But like I found like the depth perception like really difficult because I didn't know where the fuck Sonic was gonna like land. You know, like so it felt weird like when I was jumping trying to platform things, like Sonic wouldn't land where like I was expecting him to land. But you know that's
I don't like how like the camera would switch from 2D to 3D.
Oh, the camera's ass.
And how like whenever you would like jump in 2D, it would automatically kind of switch to like 3D, and it's like whoa. Yeah. And it fucks up your entire like
I agree
landing, and it's like okay, all right, you gotta redo the whole thing again.
Yeah, fuck that, fuck Sonic. Last topic. I only wrote this one down because I haven't talked about this yet, like officially given my thoughts, and I know you're a fan, so figured be a good time. Her loss, my boy. Her loss.
You haven't talked about this shit? It's been like a whole 2 weeks.
I know. I haven't talked about it though.
That's interesting.
So how you feeling about it?
I like it. It was very fun. When I hear her loss, I'm thinking like, okay, we about to get real toxic in this bitch. Go crazy, talk that young fly shit. Okay, cool. We get it. And I'm like, okay, cool. This is what I got. This is just okay, we're good. Is it groundbreaking? Nah. I wish there was more 21.
I feel like it's a sentiment a lot of people have. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
21 for sure. Drake showed his ass off.
I feel like me personally, this is my favorite Drake project since If You're Reading This. I'm gonna keep it a bean. Okay. I feel like there's some songs on here that fall a little flat, but I feel like Drake, this is the first time I heard this nigga sound like he wanted something, like he wanted it. You know what I mean? And I was like, I'm with it. Like, I love this album.
I think my issue with Drake is that like that formula always works. It's like, oh yeah, like when Take Care came out, it was like a groundbreaking like album for a lot of people. This nigga was like going nuts. If You're Reading This Is Too Late was such a raw tape, and it was just like, holy shit, this is it. Then we get Views, and Views is more like formulaic, where it's the same. It's the same like dramatic intro, the hits, and the end. It's all the hits and then the end. You get like maybe 1 or 2 songs that are like bangers, and it goes. And ever since Views, the CLBs, I guess you could say More Life and like Dark Lane are different, but like they still kind of follow that same like.
I like those songs
are Lucy's. I do too.
Yeah,
I do too. But though I love whenever like Drake's tapes are like just raw sounding. Like I don't like that formula. I got tired of the whole jam-packed intro, a couple of songs in the middle that you'll keep, then the dramatic outro shit. And it works. Like I'm not gonna hold you. It works. But when this nigga is just having fun and just talking shit, I love it.
Speak on it. If you had to select some of your favorite tracks off the album, what would it be? Like, what would they be?
I know a lot of people don't like the first like half of the album, which is crazy to me.
Some of my favorites are on the first half, low key.
Yeah, like I don't give a fuck what nobody says. Rich Flex is a fire opening.
21, can you do something for me? Yeah, a little
Rich
zesty
Flex
ass.
is phenomenal. Major Distribution's amazing.
Major Distribution, one of my favorite songs on the entire album.
I think so. You're talking about top 5.
Let's go top. We'll do top 5. We'll do top 5.
I'm good. Let me get Major Distribution. BS. I love Hours in Silence.
Interesting. Okay.
I love Hours in Silence, bro. That last little bit, whoever he talking to on that shit, yo, listen, man, take that nigga back. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm surprised. I was so caught off guard by the only 21 Savage verse, but 3 a.m. for sure.
I love that song.
I'm surprised Middle of the Ocean wasn't the last song.
It felt like that classic Drake outro, didn't it?
He was talking that shit.
Yeah, it felt like that.
He was talking that shit.
Yeah.
That's 4. And I'm thinking, I'm not gonna hold you. Pussy in Millions. That shit is
Speak on it. Speak on it.
That's probably my favorite song on the album.
Yeah, that's a good fucking song. If I had to go with my top 5, I got Major Distribution.
Okay.
I feel like this one's gonna be a hot take. I don't hear nobody dick riding this song, but
you're gonna choose Jumbotron.
That one is on there. Yes, it is.
Okay,
absolutely. So Jumbotron shit popping definitely on there. Back Outside Boys is on there. I love Back Outside Boys, that
bro.
song.
Holy shit,
yes,
bro.
Sir. Love that song. Pussy in Millions got to be on there. And then for number 5, it might be Treacherous Twins, low key. Like
Treacherous Twins,
you know what I'm saying?
That's the shit you talk to your girl when y'all getting ready to go.
You know what I'm saying? You my treacherous little twin, and you know that we locked in. You know what I mean? Yeah, you feel me?
You feel like we them for real.
Yeah, for sure. A lot of people seem to really like More M's, but I feel like More M's feels like just when you think of a Drake and 21 collab, like that's probably the type of song you think of. I feel like I had heard it before, so I wasn't really like.
No, so that was my thing. Like I feel like we know how that like duo sounds.
Yeah,
we've had like every song that we've had with them. Like we had like maybe 5 songs before this tape came out, and they all have that same like really like. It sounded like a 21 song before it sounded like a Drake song.
Yeah, yep.
And like More M's is literally 21 as a beat and then Drake's feature on there.
Yeah.
But like a lot of the songs that we just talked about are dead ass like both of them niggas getting their shit off, coming together some shit and go crazy.
I agree. I love this album. I think it's great. Every time I go to listen to some music, like I just gotta play this album, man. I gotta play at least a few tracks off here.
It's a really good album. One of my friends, he's a Drake dick writer, bro. and he was like, "This the best tape to come out this year." I'm like,
that nigga's wild. I'm sorry.
I'm like, relax, bro.
This year's been so stacked. That nigga crazy for that. But I do like this. It's a fun listen. Like that's what I like about it.
That's my thing. It's just really, really fun.
So
like, if people say it's bad, I just be like, that's
whatever.
kind of forcing it.
Yeah. So what is your album of the year then? Like what?
Hey, there's too much. There's just too much, bro. The first. I gotta look at my fucking things now, G. It's too much. So much music came out, bro. My album of the year. I'm not gonna hold you. It might. I guess if we're talking like an album of substance, probably Mr. Morale. I know people are gonna. People have a weird,
very divisive album for sure.
Yeah, I think it's just because of Auntie's Diary. I think a lot of people misunderstand what that tape is for, and they heard the F word and they kind of just like that kind of steered them away.
I agree. I think the drama about Auntie Diaries was kind of like forced, low-key, but yeah.
But it's a trigger word. I think a lot of people misunderstand why that word was used and why it's important that word is used.
Yeah,
that word in that song is needed. It's actually very, very good. for what the whole concept of the album is. My only critique is Kodak Black is on there.
I agree. Like I
think
the
only thing I'm
like
just not,
Kodak
I'm not
Black being
with.
the dude that gets champion, I just feel like it's so fucking weird for that album.
And I guess it was to show like the imperfection of some shit. I don't know.
Nah, but that nigga in particular, no. I feel like there's so many other rappers that have done that transformation that you can highlight. Like it should not have been that nigga, bro. Not at all.
I agree. I do agree on that. That's definitely one of those. If not Kendrick, I know I'm about to start naming names you don't even know about. I love West Side Boogie.
Okay, I know West Side Boogie.
I think his album was phenomenal. Joey Badass dropped the Sleeper tape. I love it. I know people didn't not fuck with it.
I feel like Joey Badass, like, I feel like if that nigga never just like opened his mouth and said stupid shit all the time, I feel like he'd have a way bigger like reach.
He be on Twitter going crazy sometimes.
That's the thing, man. He just be selling like that. You know, it is what it is. But
he dropped the Sleeper joint. I'm trying to think. JID's album was phenomenal.
You like sleeping, don't you?
What's wrong with you? It's not a bad album. Not Gonna Hold You. I gotta get my dusty raps off. Anything from Griselda, anything Freddie Gibbs, that shit came out. Listen, there's too much albums that came out. If we being 100%, but I think my to go to would probably be either Mr. Morale or what's that Future album?
I Never Liked You.
I Never Liked You.
Damn, it's up there for you.
I love I Never Liked You, bro.
Oh wow, I'm shocked.
And Future doesn't go that high for me normally.
Wow, I'm shocked. What are your takeaways from that album? Like, what songs you really going crazy for?
Let me go grab it. Let me give you an actual list. My entire list is fucking crazy. I actually kept. Let me see. Out of how many songs is this? 16 songs. I kept 15.
Wow, real
bro,
shit.
It was like that for me, bro. It was like that for me, man. I think mine, obviously, Wait for You is what it is.
That song is so good.
I love Chickens. I love Chickens. I love I'm on One. For a Nut is crazy. Gold Stacks is phenomenal. It's just I'm not a Kodak Black nigga, but Voodoo's hard. I just like it.
Voodoo is hard. I do hate Kodak's part on that, but like that song is crazy.
I just like that album a lot. I just kept the most. I think out of all the tapes, besides Mr. Morale, Her Loss, I think Future's album is the one that I kept a lot of takeaways from.
Wow.
Because even if I did like the Boogie shit, I think I kept out of the Boogie shit was like what 12. I kept like, was that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, just 7 out of there. Brent Faiyaz's album is good, but that's one of them R&B joints you can't be. You know what I'm saying? You can't have that.
Yeah.
You can't have that shit out there like that. Joey's had like 14. I kept like.
Damn, I'm noticing one album you ain't talk about yet, gang.
What are you saying? Which one? Who am I missing?
My album of the year is Ramona Park Broke My Heart. The Vince Staples joint.
Bro. No. I have this shit. This shit's up here too, bro. I was looking for this bitch.
Nah, this shit, that song.
I love Ramona Park.
Or that
Ramona
album
Park is beautiful.
Oh my god.
Ramona Park is beautiful, bro. I know I was missing some shit because I'm like, I blast this fucking album.
I love this album, man. It's up there.
Ramona Park. Vince is amazing.
Yes, sir.
That has quickly become one of like my favorite, just artists in general.
Yeah.
Off these last 2 albums. And Ramona Park has solidified that for me. I really do love. You're not. I don't even think you know who the fuck this is, but I love Lucky.
I don't know who that is now.
He's I don't want to say he's new, but I guess he just now started to like get a buzz or whatever. I love Lucky. Lucky.
I don't know if you spin this album, but if you haven't, that new Kenny Mason joint, that shit is hard. Have you listened to that?
I've heard nothing but good things about that.
I would spin that. That's fire. I like that.
I gotta tap in. Is it just him? Like, is it just like who? Is he got features on it? What's the?
He's got a couple features. He's got like Nudie on there, I think, on one of the songs.
I love Nudie.
Pause.
I don't know what it is, bro. Please, please, bro.
You cocking with that new Smino joint? I think I hear you be talking about Smino.
So I like it, but I don't love it like everybody else does.
I feel like I really do like this album, but like it's a lot of the times like it's a little like slow for like the mood I'm in. So I haven't been spinning it that much. But like I feel like if you up on like, you know, late night hours or like you out like driving late at night or something, I feel like it's a good album for that. But I don't drive, so I got no reason to play it. You know what album I actually really like too? That the Cochise album, The Inspection. Oh my!
Niggas be over here discrediting Cochise because he sounds like Playboy Cardi, but I love Cochise,
bro. That album fire.
I love Cochise, bro.
That album fire, bro. That album fire.
It's just hard.
It's good shit. I mean, yeah, I feel like a lot of dudes is sounding like Playboy Cardi these days, but I don't know, like that shit. I fucks with it a lot.
I love his beats. Yeah,
for sure. And then also, obviously, I'm a big Weekend Dick Rider. Dawn FM is up there for me too. I gotta have it up there. I also love the Pusha T album.
Of course,
that shit was hard.
It sucks for me because I think a lot of people like I don't know what it is, but a lot of people don't talk about that shit enough.
I agree. Like,
I don't know if it just came and went for some people.
I think it did. Like this year was so stacked. I feel like it dropped and the niggas just moved on mad quick.
And it went by so fast. Every month there was a new nigga dropping music.
That's
and
real.
It wasn't just a random new nigga. It was like our biggest acts are dropping new music every month.
Yep.
And it's like, crazy. Damn, we gotta keep up. We gotta keep up. I literally have I got like every single album that came out from this year, I think I have downloaded on my shit.
Damn.
It's so much. It's so much. It's too much. I have to scroll, my nigga.
I heard you scrolling, bro. I heard it.
That shit, there's too many, bro. You know who really this was gonna hurt for me. Another one. I used to be a humongous like YG guy back in the day.
Oh, word.
His I Got Issues tape. I did not like it all, bro.
That's rough, bro.
There's like 14 songs in that album. I only kept 2.
Damn.
It's bad, bro. I was so sad because I was like, oh shit, new YG. Let me tap in. Damn it. Damn. I was like, no, what happened, bro?
Oh shit.
I just felt disappointed, bro. Like this can't be that. Come on.
Damn, you violating, bro. Holy shit.
But even then, right? And I knew it was bad when like, because I'm not a humongous G Herbo guy though, right? I like Survivor's Remorse. I love Survivor's Remorse, and I think that came out the exact same day that like the Freddie Gibbs album came out, the YG album came out, and out of all the albums that came out that day, the YG one was fucking garbage.
That's rough.
I was like, damn.
You hate it had to be him, bro.
Bro, for real. No, for real, heartbroken. It ain't even worth it no more, man.
Oh, you know what album I gotta spin? A lot of niggas on that Rod Wave. Bro, I was shocked when I seen how much this dude sold first week.
People love Rod Wave.
Bro, I did not know the streets was tapped in like that.
No, but that's the thing about it though, right? It's all. I feel like music has gotten so big now where it's like niggas that you like rarely see are like some of the biggest niggas on the planet now.
Yeah, They're
real. Huge.
That's real. I could not believe it when I saw that shit, but hey, good for him, man. Good for him. I'm glad he's killing it.
I need to listen to that new shit he dropped. I know people have been blasting that.
Yeah, I'm actually adding it to my shit right now so I can make sure to give it a spin.
Literally right where with you. Literally right there with you. I listen to that shit. Rod Wave is a very I don't know, something about his voice. It just has that like
right. It does. I fuck with it. Damn, this album about long as hell. It's just 24 tracks.
24 songs.
God damn.
Hold on, wait a minute. Wait. He dropped another tape. Hold on, wait a minute.
Oh yeah, he dropped a little pack here. I
gotta tap in. See, now I got things to go do.
This nigga dropped this like a week after too. What the fuck? This man's a machine.
He wasted no time. I like that though. I like that we're in a time now where niggas are just like packing up their loosies that we normally wouldn't get. Like we're in a whole different time where niggas are like, oh yeah, you know, I got hella shit in the vault. Nigga, put that shit out. Fuck
I'm sick and tired of fucking spinning leaks and shit like that on YouTube, bro. Like fuck that. Instagram story rips of their songs, bro. Put it out.
If there's no like sample shit you got to get cleared out, dog, put that shit out, bro. The streets need that. Cause those leaks be some of the niggas' best songs.
That's real. That is real. But yeah, look, I'll let you go now. That's all the time we got for this Cultcast episode. I hope you guys did enjoy this shit. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Check out the Cultcast on Anchor and all that. Sacred, my boy, hit him with an outro. Where can they find you? Where can they dick ride you? Go ahead, speak your shit.
Sacred Almighty on everything, minus Twitter, because I get banned a lot. At Gucci Conti on Twitter. Everybody leave a like on all platforms on this podcast, of course. Shout out to my brother. Thank you for having me, of course.
Thank you for showing up, my boy. It's always been a pleasure. And you keep killing it, my mans. What, you got like 16 YouTube channels now you killing it on? Sheesh.
I'm trying, bro.
You feel me? I see it. I see the work. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this episode of the Cultcast. The Cultcast is officially returning. You know, it was a transition doing daily uploads and all that shit, so I just needed a few weeks to myself type shit. But we back every week. Y'all got it. Fridays on Twitch, Saturdays for the VOD on YouTube. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you in the next episode.